We are now connected already with Dr. Bambang Tritya Atmaja. Good afternoon, Doc. What time is it over there?
Hi, good afternoon. It's midday, 12.
Okay. Are you working? Because you got your stethoscope hanging on your neck. First of
I am. This is certainly not just for TV. I wish it was a day off and I just wear this for TV, but no, I'm actually at work today.
Yeah, so, all right, the three of us here, we want to congratulate you for gaining 4 yeses from the Britain's Got Talent judges. So,
Yay!
Congratulations! And you got pranked,
thank you so much.
apparently, by Amanda Holden.
Gosh.
And when she said you are invited to Britain's Got Talent, you got quiet for 5 minutes. Tell us about it. What were you thinking?
Oh gosh. So basically, the PR team at the hospital where I work, the Royal Marsden Hospital, said to me that, oh, there's this radio station and they're interested in talking to you about your job as a doctor. Would you be up for it? And I said, of course, yes, it'll be great for my CV. And I went to that station. I went to the radio station, and on the way, I was practicing in my head. Oh, I'll be thinking, I'll be talking about this particular patient, this particular scenario, and I was so ready to be interviewed about my job. I came in, and as you could see in the video, Amanda Holden was there, and the filming crew was there. I actually said to them that, I'm so sorry, I'm in the wrong room. Let me get out of this room, I'm sorry. But they were like, no, come sit down. And Amanda Holden said to me that she wasn't going to ask questions about my job as a doctor, but in fact, she was going to invite me to sing at Britain's Got Talent. And that was the point I became speechless. I don't really get speechless, but I couldn't speak for 5 minutes. And it was so long, it was borderline awkward, actually. Their faces went from, yay, to like, why isn't it speaking? But of course I said yes.
That was a positive prank indeed, right?
Yeah, positive, right, true.
But I was wondering, Doctor, you've been singing since the age of 8, if I'm not mistaken, and you joined Alpha Cisoria, Alpha Music School, when you were 11. But out of curiosity, have you joined a singing competition before?
Yes. First of all, wonderful research. Well done there for getting that information correct.
You better get yourself used to that, because in the future that would happen more often.
Many times. Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Yes, I actually did a singing competition as a group with Alpha's Music School. It was in Italy, and we won gold medal for that. And since then, I've been so lucky enough to have performed with quite a few different performing arts companies here, ranging from a cappella group, a musical theatre group, contemporary pop group, etc., etc. So I've been really lucky with those. Although when you said I started singing at 8, actually, I started singing karaoke with my mum at home. So she would sing one line, I'll sing the next line. So she's really the one to thank, and my dad for pushing my mum to do that.
Did they know that you got invited to Britain Got Talent before?
No. So right after that audition, right after that surprise session at the radio station, I called my mum. I was very touched and was very emotional, and of course she was happy. And what happened next, of course, was that I had to pick a song to sing. And I think my mum and dad were more excited about it than me. They were going on YouTube. They don't really go on YouTube. They don't really know the current singers who are, who they are, etc., etc. But after that, they'd be like, oh, why don't you sing this song? Why don't you sing that song? I said it's on YouTube, so yeah.
Well, I'm really curious, how did Amanda Holden find out that you could sing?
But you've got a band, right? You've got a band out there that you perform regularly?
Yes, so I sing. Yes, I do sing with a few different groups, a cappella and pop contemporary, etc. But I only found out the actual reason behind all of this on the stage when Simon Cowell told everyone that I was nominated by my friends. So they actually, the Britain's Got Talent team told me that after that happened, they of course stalked me on Instagram. I don't mind being stalked on Instagram. And they were talking with my friends behind my back.
Oh yeah.
But that was forgiven because it was a very nice thing.
Yeah, it was a very nice thing.
Well, in the daily setting, I would probably say to my friends, "You don't gang up on me.
Not don't gang up.
But in this case, yes. But let's say you did a competition as a group in Italy with Alpha Sesoria's group, Alpha's music school. But also in your daily life as a doctor, you might probably go one by one with your patients. But in Britain Got Talent, you were actually standing on your own, not as a group, and then you are facing lots of people. Did you experience any problem with that?
Well,
no anxiety of some sort?
not really, actually.
Wow, congrats.
I mean, I've performed, I've performed in front of big audience before, but of course, singing at the Palladium Theatre was completely different. What I felt when I went on that stage was the love and support that emanated from the audience. So I knew they were rooting for me. I felt like they were rooting for me. So I just tried to enjoy the moment and be present and try to entertain people there. It was a nice distraction from my day job.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a bit of a secret actually. So
we like
I had work the next day, and I had to prepare for the clinics and for the meetings as well. So between the surprise at the radio and the audition, the singing that evening, backstage, between the filming, I was on my computer and doing my clinic list and doing my work, etc., etc. So I think that diffused the nerve a little bit.
Well, in that sense, which one you prefer, being a doctor or a singer?
What do I... Oh.
On call.
Look at that. So, what do I prefer? I think my first love would be oncology, being a doctor. And certainly what I have now is the responsibility at the hospital with my job for the patients. But of course, if I could incorporate more singing into my daily personal and professional life, as long as patient safety doesn't get compromised, I will probably say yes to that. So I'm just endorsing myself here. If there is any music director or a producer who'd like to be in touch with me, let's have a chat.
Well, your phone was ringing. It was probably some director or maybe Simon Cowell calling you for some collaboration. But, I read from the articles that you are a doctor. Please also tell us, how long have you been a doctor there, especially in the UK? And also, have you ever sang to your patients? I mean, why did you sing for them?
Oh, of course. So I have been a doctor for 5 years now, and I actually started this oncology job last year. I've done a couple of oncology jobs before, but more as a junior doctor. Now my position's a bit more senior, but more responsibility. And I often do sing to my patients, actually. In fact, only the other day, there was somebody, and I'd gotten... I knew her for some time now. I've seen her since the moment she was diagnosed, all the way through treatment and the complication from treatment, etc., etc. So I'd known her for a while. And she was admitted to this hospital because she had some kinds of infection. And she really wanted to go home. She was desperate to go home, but the team really didn't want her to go. And at that time, I wasn't actually around. I was away. And when I went back, I thought, oh, let me say hi to this patient. And I came to see her. And she was so happy to see me. And, hi, Dr. Bambang, hi. So nice to see you, etc., etc. And she told me how upset she was about the fact that she needs to stay in the hospital for a bit longer. So I thought, okay, we started talking about my singing, etc., and she started to get very excited, and I offered her, to sing a song, and she said, "Oh yeah." So, and as I started to sing, she was crying, she was welling up, she was so like, and she recorded that for her partner, and she said after that, "Gosh, you've made my day, you've made my week, you've made me feel like it's okay to stay in the hospital for another day. I trust your team, etc." And the next day I came to see her again. She said, "I'd never had a sleep better than last night."
Wow, a singing doctor that
It's
is.
the best therapy as well for your patients.
Well, you know what? I think it's very good for building a rapport, and especially for cancer patients, you have to keep them happy as well. And there's no better feeling than when you can make somebody happy and inspired.
Right.
So, and certainly this experience of Britain's Got Talent has allowed me to do that in the biggest magnitude. So, I'm very grateful.
Dr. Bambang, in my eyes, you're not a regular oncologist. You're not a regular doctor because you speak with conscience. When it comes to being a doctor, to kids that you take care of. But we also heard that you're an achiever as well. You became a speaker on a cancer at international conferences. Please tell us more about it.
I did, yes. Again, well researched. I'm really impressed. Gosh. So I wrote an article about kidney cancer, basically, and very lucky that one of the big journals accepted my article. And since then, basically, people have been in touch, including very highly esteemed people from this conference, which is the International Congress of Cancer and Therapeutics. And they invited me to speak there about the article that I wrote. And it was an international conference, so it was very good to connect with people from across the globe. And dissemination of research is something that I am quite passionate about. So it was a very good experience. It was actually going to be held in Paris. And I thought, let's have a nice few days in Paris. But then, of course, because of COVID, they couldn't do that. So it was all online. So the background that you saw on my Instagram pic is actually my room. It's not as exciting as Paris, but that'll do.
All right. So let's go back to your audition. You've chosen the song "Listen" by Beyonce. So that was actually one of the theme songs from the Broadway-inspired movie Dreamgirls. Listen, are you really a Broadway fan, or let's say back when you were still singing with the group, was it really your specialization on Broadway thing or what?
Very good question. To begin with, I'm not a Broadway fan. I'm a Broadway nerd.
Oh, that's even worse than that.
Yes.
Yes. In terms of types of songs, genres of songs that I sing, mostly pop, jazz, blues, R&B, and musical theater, obviously.
Yes.
And the reason why I chose that song is because, first of all, it's Palladium Theater, so why not go big?
Why not go big? I like it.
And secondly, it just so happened that a few weeks before, I had a concert with my singing group, and I sang that song in that concert. And the song "Listen" is also one of the songs that I would sing to my patients. So when I found out, when they gave me that opportunity to sing for Britain's Got Talent, one of the first songs that came to mind was that. Although, before I went on stage, I was thinking, oh my God, is this a bad decision to sing a song as big as "Listen"? Will Beyonce get insulted?
Break it or make it. Break it or make it song, right?
Make it or break it.
Go big or go home, exactly.
Yeah.
And on that note, will you bring your singing career big like bigger than what you had in the edition of Britain Got Talent? Or you are just gonna go with, you know, I'm gonna sing on the side, but still gonna do oncologist and what?
Well, he's going to do an oncologist, doctor.
Well, that's a very good question. I think.
Still thinking.
Yeah, I know. Ideally, I'd like to do a bit of both, but but essentially, I think the priority is to be a good oncologist, and if doing more singing doesn't interfere with that, doesn't compromise patient safety, then why not? And you know, I mean, going forward, perhaps doing a charity concert, you know, things like that that could help funding for oncology research is something that I would be very keen to do. But who knows? We'll see. I mean, the best things come when you least expect it, right? So,
Or it can go hand
Maybe
in
another-
hand. In Indonesian context, we have Tompi, right?
Definitely.
So in global context, we have you,
Dr.
like, go
Bambang.
hand in hand.
Yeah.
But Dr. Bambang, from one Broadway nerd to another, just consider this as a request. Can you please sing just, you know, probably one verse for us? Of course, I'm not going to ask you to
Listen.
sing Sondheim or Lin-Manuel Miranda, but what you
Let's still listen.
please do
Yeah.
listen.
okay, sure.
We can stay for an hour
first
for
I'd have
this.
Lin-Manuel Miranda
Okay,
go onto my
can I
Instagram.
record?
But
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to record
I
it.
can't
we're gonna
record
record
it right now.
okay.
All right.
I'll be
Oh
back.
gosh, I'm not sure if I'm warm enough. Okay.
Wow. Some
Like the vocalization? Yeah, that's of course.
Okay. Listen to the song here in my heart, melody I start can't complete. Listen, ooh, to the sound from deep within. It's only beginning to find release.
We're still listening.
More?
yeah, of course.
The rap.
One more.
This is like no bar, you know?
Yeah. No better.
Another song. Okay.
You can choose other song too.
Or you can go to the rap part.
Sure. Any song that comes to mind?
Any song?
Any song that comes to your mind instead of listen.
Okay. Let me sing. Okay, this
Guys,
is an old
we
song.
are-
but I-
Any jazz maybe?
We are requesting
Jazz?
from a future superstar.
Yeah. You know, we have to give some standing ovation after.
Oh yeah,
Well,
probably.
I'm here to serve the people, right?
Or just the rap part of listen if you are comfortable with.
Yeah, the chorus part.
Chorus.
Okay, sure, all right. I mean, there are other doctors around, but I hope they don't mind. Okay. Listen, I am alone at a crossroads. I'm not at home in my own home. And I tried to say what's on my mind. You should have known. Oh, no, I'm done believing you. You don't know what I'm feeling. I'm more than what you made of me. I followed the voice you gave to me. Now I gotta find my own. You should have listened.
Amazing. Woo.
Don't get yourself reprimanded by the director, okay? Because of the noise. Well, that's definitely not noise, so thank you very much, Dr.
That's
Bambang. That was
such a
so superb.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
The pleasure is mine, trust me.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much.
I'm
No,
speechless.
that was a huge talent over there.
That was a huge
I'm
talent,
just
yes.
gonna tell you that was a huge talent over there.
Yeah, indeed. Well,
Oh,
success
thank
to
you.
you.
Very sweet to
Success
say.
both for your doctor as an oncologist job as well as your singing. We do hope that you will sing more and more. And we can, hear from some international stages maybe one day.
You
Who
know
knows?
what? Bring home the title of Britain's Got Talent's winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And please help as many kids as possible with your singing ability and singing magic. Hopefully, it will be a therapy and a remedy for those with cancer.
Definitely.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc. Stay well and stay
Thank
safe.
you. All the best to you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.